upstairs. Anyways, Old World Blues time. That probably won't be there when I get back. But I probably won't need it. Oh, it's just barely past midnight, so... The crashed satellite seems to be the source of the strange transmission you received. Old World Blues is recommended for experienced carriers, 15 plus. You have a premonition that while you'll be unable to return to the Mojave until you solve the mysteries of the Big Empty, you will be able to take anything you carry with you, and you will be able to return to the Big Empty anytime after completing Old World Blues. If you are up to the challenge and you have all you want to carry with you, examine the satellite a little closer. The atomic wonders of science await. Take a closer look at the satellite. Old World Blues.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind.
We're stuttering a little.
Sonic emitters, space-age
It's just thinking about it.
DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists.
Why is this stalling so much? It's not supposed to do this.
Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level.
There must be a rendering issue.
Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
Really not sure why it's struggled like that to get through that. You feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals a faint surgical scar around your neck, chest, and back. Oh, okay. Everything was black for a moment. It's like, oh no, it's bad. But big MT. Door to the sink. Oh, at least they kept my hat and my glasses on. Seems they do have some decency after all. Personality files damaged or missing. Insert backup holotape to restore files. Think tank. Uh-oh. Music just came on. My radio's down enough. We shouldn't be able to hear it. Should be safe. A strange feeling of pacifism comes over you, and you find you cannot draw your weapon for some reason.
I thought I heard the pacification field kick in. All right, shh. Nobody move. I'll handle this. Be warned, intruder. You are in the presence of a mighty think tank of Big Mountain. The collective geniuses of... We... By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. 8 is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
Let's see. How are you all speaking through that one voice box?
Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome. Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Dala, get the spray before it excretes all over everything.
Lobotomite?
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to, the skinvelope once containing it. If so,
Skinvelope, what a
it's
nice
proof
word.
that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
Ugh.
I know what it is, Dala. I want to know why it's down here. With its limbs all over everything. And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
I believe those are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I don't recall the human penis ever being that large.
It depends on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O. Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses? Why, the great static. These lobotomites confound me with their sheer number of useless extremities.
Let's see. Science 55, hold up one finger, point at self, point at them, hold up 5 fingers.
Now it's holding up an array of fully erect hand penises. If it tries to insert them, activate vivisectors.
Dr. Klein, wait. I don't believe those gestures were random. Random at all. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
I agree with Boros's histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
Uh-oh.
Nonsense! Lobotomites can't comprehend us!
8, have you been in the mentats again? If we slow down our oroprocessoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak?
Yes, I'm guessing what that crash satellite was yours.
Those were words, weren't they? In the form of questions. It's asking me questions. Is this some kind of trick?
Our efforts have turned against us. In playing God, we created a monster.
Perhaps as we were ruthlessly lobotomizing it with our cutters, we filled the skin envelope with awareness. A teddy bear with new stuffing.
Wait. If what you're theorizing is this lobotomite understands us, can reason with us.
Then this may be just the answer we've been looking for. At last, a chance to...
Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us.
It can only be...
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine. Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
What are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius, and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? 8, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely, and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably disposed to us.
You removed my brain?
We removed your brain, yes. So soft, barely wrinkled,
Hey now.
yet so flush with knowledge and experience.
Oh, well, thank you.
Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
Brainless perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technologies. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction. Plus 25% resistance. And shock from bodily damage. Plus 5% damage threshold. Minimum plus 1.
Yeah, ain't no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that.
Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
Medicine 55. That doesn't explain the laser suitors on my chest and on my spine.
Darla, was it necessary this time?
I assume full responsibility. I take my duties in the prodding and excision of living, breathing tissue quite seriously. Although in truth, the Autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it, other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
Heartless perk. The stars in your chest seem to confirm that what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoned. It filters your artificial blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing all healing items, TEMs, to function at a higher level, plus 25%. Robots are now confused by you, and 50% less likely to store a critical hit.
Wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
Spineless perk. Due to complications with the procedure, your spine has been replaced as well. Your torso can no longer be crippled, and your strength and damage threshold have been increased by 1.
spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
You took out my brain, heart, and spine?
That Autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense.
Nah.
Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush. That is the sound of flushing.
By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
You said something about needing technologies from Mobius?
Yes, it is our only chance, a desperate plan that came to us after Mobius's first broadcast. Maybe, just maybe, if we reclaim these buried technologies, we can put an end to Mobius and the horrors spawning from the Forbidden Zone.
Intelligence 6, what exactly is the plan? You're losing me in the generalities. I need specifics.
The plan is very complicated. We are still calculating how it would work if it succeeded. That is our part of the plan.
Why me? Can't you do it? Well, they're just...
No.
No, why not?
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form. We are not.
It's kind of embarrassing. You have hands, and a heartbeat, sort of. And eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and lockers and...
Enough! We need your help. Will you help us?
I'll help. What do you need me to do?
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They, well, move sometimes. Or get buried. Or blow up.
8 is correct. All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
This whole place sounds dangerous. These devices sound dangerous. What are these technologies?
The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies.
The psychoanalytic, cardiac-dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever heard, seen, or could ever see.
And 8's sonic soundwave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old-world gestures lightly.
Trust me, I want to get over this as quickly as possible.
Our intentions exactly. The important thing is you rush quickly through this task so as not to waste our time. Do not get curious, or you will end up like the cat of Schrödinger.
We feared you would be tempted to explore Big Mountain Crater and examine the many amazing non-mandatory research labs that lie off your designated path.
We're gonna do that.
The many such optional explorations are discouraged.
No, we're gonna do that.
Work hurriedly as if you have blinders on. And
Don't
leave
do that.
curiosities and items of interest alone.
I won't do that.
So many sciences and developments. Pass them by.
No thanks.
Let impatience and the desire to simply finish, to end it all quickly and carelessly guide you.
No thanks.
Right you are, 8. In our test results, we'll make a note about how quickly you ran our maze. Nobel challenge.
No thanks.
After all, there will be plenty of time afterward to partake of the experiments once our bidding is done.
Doesn't sound my style. Maybe I'll do a little exploring.
What illogic is this? Keep your filthy penis-tipped feet out of our labs and secrets.
There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
Doesn't sound like my style. Maybe I'll do a little exploring. Wait, I can just say it again?
You would not dare. Perhaps I can change your mind using the greatest of our sciences, the fence. The radar fence that surrounds the Big Mountain Crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility.
The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously by your deadened perceptions.
So I can't leave.
Oh, Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore.
And neither can my feelings. I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module.
Hey, we're back to that. If you have the gun already, I don't understand what you need. For the love of, please stop fighting.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days, the sadness of my youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated. You little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun. Getting it warmed up.
Well, now he's all embarrassed.
Ding. Turkey's done.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Let me give it a little sonic sterilization first. Ooh. All right. All antibacterial fresh. Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco Termlink code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
I guess they electronically splooged in it. The sonic gun looks like an energy projectile. Got anything that spits lead?
What did it say? Spit lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, I think it wants a combustion pistol.
A gun? Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns kill. Leave big open holes in you that are like sores, but worse.
But worse.
Dr. 8 is correct. We already have given the teddy bear a lethal sonic death ray, filled with his sonic ejaculate and sterilized by my soft oohing. Giving the teddy bear a
This is
gun would be
insanity.
the equivalent of following a glass of hemlock. with an Abraxo chaser. Delicious and redundantly deadly.
If you're going to bring the Socratic method into it, fine. Give the Lobato bear a combustion gun. Burroughs, don't you have something like that?
Are you mad? We can't give it a gun.
You just said this.
Wait, I said that already. Yes, I have the Cyberdog gun. With the little floppy metal ears and the curious nose sensor. Here.
Fine. Done. That gun makes me uncomfortable anyway. Always worried it's going to hump my chassis. Anything else, lobotomite?
K9000 dog at what? Yeah, machine dog. This den looks really hungry. I like to make sure it gets fed lots of bullets.
Fine. Boros, more ammo. The good stuff.
Top shelf ammunition. Let's see. Hollow point? That's worthless, but tasty. Oh, and here's some JFP. As if bullets need jackets. The JFP might make it ill and poop a lot, but when you're hungry, you're hungry.
I wish I had energy weapons up so I could just hear more options. Nice, this should be enough.
Careful where you're pointing that. That device wasn't always a weapon. It was more like a force field kind of thing. Once.
Force fields prevent us from moving, forward or backward.
They are irritating.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable our own safety fields here in Big Mountain. When some of us lost our access passes, Dr. O.
That only happened once. And I know you were behind stealth fielding my lab keys, Dala. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Plenty of rewinding already going on in your formography tapes. Surprised the things don't snap out of their cases with repeated observations.
Wait, so this gun you gave me disables force fields.
Yes. Maybe. Well, no, not currently.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did, in one of his stupid labs. Or inside one of his stupid pets.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big Mountain shall be fielded with force. Forever.
Fielded with. Oh great, I don't want to hear about that. Great, I don't want to hear any more about that.
Fine, so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
I'll head out then. I'll be back with these things.
Well, good. What are the token words spoken in this case? Thank you? Yes. Thank you.
Wait, is it leaving? But, Dr. Klein, the lobotomite will need rest, recuperation, things like that. I volunteer my chambers, so it might be stared at. My monitor radar slowly scanning its form to collect sensitive data.
No, that would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and worse, let other lobotomites in.
We could give it Mobius's old room. That's where its brain got scooped out anyway. And plus, some of its parts are already there. Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart. Home is where the heart is, after all. See what I did there? Wet literal.
I suppose. We'll have to move that couch out of there. Been putting that off too long.
Wait.
H says, let the lobotomite take these things.
I'm sorry. Just hearing all the insanity of all the random shit they're talking about. And I'm always like, oh, I gotta move that couch out of there. It's so stupid.
Central Intelligence personality chip and reinstall it. That stuffy Mobius program
Oh my gosh.
butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it, barter with it for us.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there. With my teddy bears. And it would be nice to have it so close.
Your logic, combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free, has swayed me. Here, I present the Sync Central Intelligence. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. Then make whatever crude biologic demands you need of the sink. It will cater to most of your hormonal whims.
Yeah, no, I know to inspect insanity when I come here, but it was just like such a normal comment, like out of nowhere. It just dropped me off guard. Let's see. Chip looks like it was mass produced. Are there other chips?
Are there other chips?
Are you echoing what he said, or are you asking for real?
He's asking, yes. Dr. Klein, there are many other personalities. If you recall, you hurled them off the sink balcony after your argument with Mobius.
It is not an argument if one is clearly right and the other is clearly wrong.
There.
I remember now. Yes, Lobotomite. There are other chips. If you want, find them. I believe they're stored on holotapes in many of our facilities. But you should stay out of those. No exploring and discovering things. The Sync Central Intelligence should be enough for your needs.
R25. I can trade with the sync intelligence. Then I'll need something to activate that function, won't I?
I cannot dispute your logic. Do we have objects to activate the chip's exchange routines?
What, like stuff? Things?
Yes, things.
I don't know. Might be some old Nuka-Cola or Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps lying around. It's not currency per se. Still might be enough to trick the Sync's trade routines. Mobius put that test line for caps in the code as a debug command, I think.
Well, that's
I don't
convenient.
believe that was Mobius's reason. His wild speculation
Whoa.
concerning post-Holocaust economic systems was quite extensive and of high decibel.
Wow, that was
Enough.
pretty accurate.
Surrender these
Mobius sounds like a smart guy.
so-called bottle caps, Nuka and Sunset alike. In their role as things, they will serve as adequate test subjects.
All right, here, cap away. Hope that stupid chip chokes on them.
R50, this amount clearly represents a deficiency in the amount of caps needed.
Again, your logic is unassailable in its simplistic need. Oh?
Fine. It's not going to help. That chip will probably refuse them anyway, as stuck up as it is.
Stuck up. Barter 75. I'd hate to come back and ask for more. A little extra would guarantee you're not disturbed.
If I were not as intelligent as I am, I would feel as if perhaps I'm being tricked. Impossible. Oh, more.
Why don't you make the lobotomite a bottle cap factory, Klein? Or better yet, give it a ton of things to activate the chip.
Bar 90. Hold on. Let's be logical about this. I don't need a ton. Just as much as I can carry and trade.
Again, the logic of the request is clear. Tonnage is not needed, only adequate weight. Everyone, display your things.
I do not understand, yet I am intrigued by this potential display.
What the heck? Calm down.
No, wait, you don't need to fill up the emitter again, really.
Jeez.
I means things for trade. Display for trade. All right, let's consolidate. There's got to be some junk around here. Magazines, useless. More caps, medicinal supplies, useless. Here.
Fixing things. Programmer's Digest. Patriot's Cookbook. 250 bottle caps. 2 doctor's bags. 3 stim packs. A stim pack super. Sweet. So just plug it in the circular map thing in the sink upstairs.
Yes, you may need to wiggle it in a bit, but don't force it. We can't recode them if you break it. There is no more we can do to aid you, and our patience levels are depleted. Now go. Rest in the sink if you must, but leave us to our research.
If you're done, can we move again? My biogel's starting to crampagulate.
Of course! Go man your science stations! Go! I am surrounded by children.
As I say, that was a little meta joke about them being frozen in the background, since they're technically not able to interact. The K9 Cyber Dog Gun. Oh, good, and it takes an ammo that type that we haven't used. Woof, woof. Oh yeah, and it gives me a big cool backpack. It's a heavy gun. Doggy gun. Woo! What's its DPS? I know it's not going to be good compared to what we already got, but I can get the upgraded version. That'll probably help it. Sonic Emitter Revelation now available at the vendor interface.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the Sync. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Are you some kind of artificial intelligence?
Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir.
Okay. You mean there are other personality modules here?
Indeed, sir. Though if sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform sir that most have been offline for some years. If sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that sir is better off without them.
Oh, geez.
However, if sir is determined to inflict upon sir's self their dubious services, sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility.
So I can access their functions without loading the personality holotapes?
Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is installed, sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation.
Kind of rude.
However, sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality.
Why are there so many personality modules?
As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say.
What services do you provide?
In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile.
Sweet. I'd like to buy some things.
Very good, sir. If I might suggest a table wine, the 64 Atomic Claret is a lovely little vintage.
Got any upgrades for my doggy? Doesn't look like it. Has a little bit of ammo, though, I guess. A little bit of ammo. Very small amount of ammo. It has a ton of that for some reason. Or a decent amount, I should say. Sonic Emitter Revelation. EMP bonus damage versus robot. Power armor, critical strike paralysis, HP minus 20. Interesting. So we gotta find more of these personality tapes. But I want to talk to more of these guys because we can figure out a couple of them pretty quickly, I'm pretty sure. There's music playing in the background, which is unfortunate. I have to turn the radio down just a smidgen to make sure that it doesn't pick it up. Save after we went through that big long dialogue with them, so we don't have to do it again. Dr. 8. No, yeah, Dr. 8. What was that? Did something happen with your voice module? That, it's too bad. Or good, or something? I'm pretty sure you can understand me, and I want some answer. No, can I ask you some questions? Who are you? Sounds important, I think. Do you know anything about Dr. Mobius or the Forbidden Zone? All right, just calm down. Didn't mean to alarm you. Can you tell me about these technology slime wants? You sound agitated, or you're percolating, or something. Tell me about the big empty. No need to get indignant. I just was asking some questions. Here we go. This work. Wait, after listening a bit, that's Robco Termling protocol you're broadcasting, right? I'm just full of surprises. Heh, nice pun on the header file, ref. There was a boo. I agree. If someone would take the time, you're more than just sound effects in a tank. 975. That's Robco terminal or Termling protocol. Doesn't that mean it can be hacked? It'll only take a second to violate your rights and make your voice mine. Nah. This Termling code, don't worry. I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed code. We're gonna be homies. Not a problem. I know what it's like to be experimented on. About when I first arrived. Tell me you didn't ejaculate into my sonic emitter. Well, there had to be some other way to fire it up. Can we at least talk it over next time? Whoa, 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 there's an option back there. Oh, jeez. There's an option back there. I forgot about that. It comes up in this dialogue. Oh, well, we're not going to talk about it. If you're curious, you can come back and watch back at the VOD. Now that we know each other better, can you tell me about the sonic emitter? Heard an eagle. Really? Huh. That's their way of... Without explaining too much about it. Let's see. Higgs Village. Can you point it out on my Pip-Boy? So your house is there. So there's an emitter code in your house in Higgs. Oh, 2 codes. One for the jukebox, one for the opera. Nice. I'll keep an eye out. I'll be going now. I picked up that quest for him. Did I complete it on the spot? Oh, it's for all of them. Okay. I'll skip some of them for now, because there's no point in talking with them. Boris... Klein,
you are
I could talk to
Klein, specimen
actually.
To so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
The quick stride jumped over the lazy palate. That's what Christine was repeating to herself.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue.
He's getting intimate.
Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's malval cavity.
Lady Killer, seems to me you have more biological needs than your counterparts.
What? Nonsense.
Close eyelids, breathe deeply, then stretch languidly.
What? What are you doing?
Turn and cough roughly, then slowly stretch nose.
Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
Run your hands along the sides of your face, then exhale rapidly.
Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at the human body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
I could come back anytime and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my gel might run over. If you're
Jeez.
ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo.
What's happening?
Woo. Purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Bloop. 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 Whew. Last little bit there.
Help? I think I just had sex, but I'm not sure.
The lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
Help? I have a real teddy bear if you want it. Oh, I do have one on my person from... I picked it up because it was covering a landmine in Zion.
Whatever for?
Well, I thought you liked them. You keep referring to them.
No, I like teddy bears.
Okay, never mind. Are you sure your words aren't jumbled?
Teddy bears come in many sizes. Your size is what intrigues me the most. Some say that teddy bears can't be living, breathing things. They are wrong. They are large biological forms. Breathing, heaving, snarling, coughing. Lobotomites are my teddy bears. Oh, yes.
You know, we've been down this road already. Moving on.
Very well.
Yeah, we did go
If
down
you are
that.
certain of your conclusions, my little teddy bear.
Who are you and what do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dala, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
211 doctorates? How is that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
First head chief researcher, a lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I'm sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Oh man, Nain, you missed the best part. Unless you've been lurking this whole time, but no, you missed the insanity. Why did you remove my brain, and how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With
Did you win?
However, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
But how am I still talking and walking around? Yikes.
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
I was gonna try and PF earlier, but there just weren't any PFs up, and didn't look like anyone was around, so I was like, I'm just gonna try again tomorrow after my T-static, and hope for a good turnout, or maybe people are around that are not doing anything. Of course, I'm further back than where, like, it feels like everyone else is, so it's probably just gonna be a hop into PF. I feel strange in here. Peaceful but on edge.
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Oh, I'm sure that they were able to help with that, yeah. I'm tired. Some people offered to help me, in the Discord, of course, those who've already cleared. But, yeah, I just feel bad, like, hitting them up, being like, hey, can you come help me? Can you come carry me? You know, essentially. Even though that's kind of what I'm needing right now. So. Yeah. Just have to get over PF anxiety and just brute force it. That's how Luna and others have done it. Is there any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing.
Wait a minute.
No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain. And we extracted that like we do all the lobotomites here.
Oh, yeah. Their brains in tanks.
I don't understand how you can stand those leg things.
They took out my brain, my heart, and my spine. And before you got here, we played through the second DLC. This is the third DLC. They gave me a gun. It's a robot dog.
And you return as curious as a teddy bear. Are you stuck in a looping gesture of greeting?
Looping gesture of greeting?
Looping, yes. It is a scientific fact that hormones drive a percentage of lobotomites into recursive behavior patterns. We haven't researched this, as my colleagues care little about the behavior patterns of lobotomites once their brains are removed. It is why so many are littered around the facility, like skin envelopes, discarded after they are peeled open and the contents extracted.
Yeah, so you know how the first DLC, the one that you tuned in for, Nain, was like very dark, very serious, all that jazz. And the DLC we just played through before you showed up was a little bit more open and free and laid back and chill, but played still a little bit seriously. This one is very minimal seriousness. This is very much wacky, cranked to the max. Again, you missed the opening introduction conversation for this expansion. That is just full on insanity. So if you want a good laugh, you can go back and watch that like 40 minute exchange when we showed up here and talked to all these robots at once. What recursive behavior patterns are you talking about?
It varies according to the number and density of lobotomites that have infected an area. In 43% of observed cases, two lobotomites left alone will fight for dominance or inject bodily fluids into each other's orifices. Unsanitary. I have tried to observe more cases, but subjects seem unwilling to release bodily fluids in my presence.
What? Yeah, it's really a shame because it's really well received because it's an amazing break from the rest of the game. And then when you do get to like the real serious topics of this story, it's so well presented and done. And it just like suddenly slaps you in the face from all the wacky and insanity. And then when they made the Outer Worlds, I think Obsidian was like, people loved Old World Blues. Let's just go full on wacky like that. And it just didn't hit the same. Just didn't have the same weight. Can you tell me about Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius. A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
I don't understand how the tech Klein wants will help.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world.
I don't know about that.
Piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
That doesn't sound foreboding. Can you tell me about the Big Empty?
The Big Empty? Now that's not a proper title for this research facility. You sound like previous test subjects that came here. This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Previous test subjects.
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
Why did you say 3-1 subjects before?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
What happened to with the visitors?
Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
So this quest is important to, both these quests are important to literally the first DLC we played through, and you'll see in a second. I need to pee, though. I've been holding it in for a while now, playing through all of Honest Hearts, and now we're here. Give me 30 seconds. Okay, let's talk to O first, since I was just right here, and I was planning on talking to him anyways.
Stop hovering. I mean, if you want. Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in Think Tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
You're Dr. O, correct?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are? Ooh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years. You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ooh, damn Robco.
Well, you don't need to worry about Mr. House anymore.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Calm down, just want to ask some questions.
Fine. Ask.
Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
265, are you sure? I'm a good listener. Got the ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
Elgin 7. If they keep confusing the letter with a number, your name is Dr. O, Dr. Zero.
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
That is not much of an improvement. Alright, so you want me to call you Zero, or?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow.
Like me.
So when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
Intelligence 9. If you want to differentiate the O and Zero, just put a slash through the zero.
What?
Zero. Draw a slash through it.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
And that's what makes you truly a Zero. So is that what you want to be? Maybe this?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Well, there's power in Zero. It reduces anything multiplied against it to zero.
Well,
No,
of course
so
it
he
does.
seems to like it.
That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. They make a zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Huh. So, Zero, got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens.
Okay, calm
As for
down. Dala already
discoveries,
splooged
well,
on me.
Of course. Look at this. Just built it. Amazing, isn't it?
It certainly is interesting, whatever it once was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Yeah, you showed up right afterwards, Nate. So you know how, well, actually you missed it, Nate. So when we met Red Lucy, you know, we had a little bit of action, but I had to mute it for stream's sake. But we had a little bit of action, I think you would potentially call it, with Dr. Dala, the last robot we were talking to. And I didn't have to mute that one because I don't think I would have gotten in trouble for it, I think. But we seem to have some sort of interaction. I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Not exactly. You can look back at it later. Tell me what happened.
This human. I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, he tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
So, in case you caught that, he got bomb collars and a souped-up laser gun that chewed through robots. So, it was clearly our good old friend, Elder Elijah, who we met in Dead Money, who talked about finding technologies and things here at the Big Empty. Who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
And a girl who was close behind Elder Elijah, we can take a guess that that's Christine, who was able to escape and chase after him. Why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
What do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
That doesn't sound impressive. Breaking machines, that is.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Tell me about Mobius and these monsters of his.
That genius Mobius somehow cobbles together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion?
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature.
You're telling me, dude.
Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Okay, sure. Can you tell me about this facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
Aw. I need more of those worthless taps to test the CIU barter functions upstairs.
I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Epic. I think we've spoken long enough.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
And that is Dr. Zero. There is also Dr. Boris, but we're going to talk to him after we visit one of the facilities.
Have you done all we...
No.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
Science 70. I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank has to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
I heard one of the previous visitors of the dome spoke to you, asked you some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left us some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh, well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Okay. You seem like the one in charge. Are you?
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Who's Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Mesa 50. Robo-scorpions drain intelligence from living creatures. How? Chems?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Why do you have this strange passive sensation in here?
It's a side
why?
effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the anti-aggression programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Who were these visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more.
Yeah.
Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
What is this place?
This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man. And to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
I've heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
I'd like to know about the Forbidden Zone.
That glowing red scar? That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child? It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Can you tell me more about these pylons?
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
Some questions about this brain extraction you all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
You said before that Mobius might have my brain.
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Medicine 75, Mobius set up the Autodoc medical routines, so you think he's responsible for the post-organ dump?
Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The Autodoc is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
My brain would know?
It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
The Tesla coils. Science 35, what's this Autodoc surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old Autodoc. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
Why would Mobius want my brain?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
Science 25, these mechanical robo-scorpions consume intelligence. Are you certain of your findings?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
That's all.
Yes, a most goodbye.
Right. I said I was going to save Boros, but I want to talk to Boros before we head out. In fact, I might just finish talking to them and take a step outside.
For hello? Oh, I'll give you a hello. A hello unsurpassed in all creation. The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Animal? Did you just call me an animal?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis? Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge. I was head of my biology class at American High, you know.
Who are you? What do you do here?
If before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
You are responsible for cazadors.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
What makes you think they haven't escaped?
Because Big Mountain safety measures are far more sophisticated than their primitive animal instincts. We are their lords and masters.
Contained at Big Mountain? Those things are all over the Mojave.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
I don't think they're sterile. They breed, all right.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
Go ahead. You might make me more fertile or impregnate me.
Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns.
You don't seem to have a grasp on your own research.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
All right. When did you create cazadors?
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards with the Great Static, or beyond. There were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
I want to know more about Mobius in the Forbidden Zone.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying Robo-Scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
Tell me about the radar fence around the crater.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
That fence doesn't make much sense to me.
It makes perfect sense. Who are you to question the mighty radar fence? Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
Don't you want to leave here?
No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Evidence to the contrary.
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories.
Yep.
I have no time. None of us do.
Why does Klein want these particular technologies?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Can you tell me about the big mountain?
It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
Why have you leveled this place?
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities.
Huh?
Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
Test cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
What was this explosion?
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped. Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
What a fun cast of characters. I got a whole heap of quests. Case of Gabe and Higgs Village. Find the missing modules for the Sync, Autodoc, and Biological Research Station. Oh, those are scattered. We will be finding all the personality chips. We'll make that a point before completing the expansion. Travel to X8 Research Find the force field emitter. A lot of quests send us to Oh wait, no, this one is explicitly. You know what? I'm gonna go to Gabe's or to Higgs Village first. Real quick. That should be a quick trip. Oh, the dog is sad that we're no longer using it.
Intruder, you will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
Oh my gosh, right as it stopped walking. That's okay. Said he was sending robo-scorpions after me? Caution of what? What sees me? I'm very confused as to what sees me right now. Oh? Something has amazing perception. Oh, hello. Must have been you. Wait, was that a... No, just empty. We'll take a quick little gander around this area. Discover some locations so we can fast travel when it's questing time. Discover this location for the time being. We'll come back here later. See, one of these dudes had a big old looking gun. Hunting shotgun. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of surprised the ambient radio music is playing pretty consistently throughout this area. Wait. Oh, can I just get one of my objectives here?
Trying to steal the
That was easy.
transmitter array antenna, are you? You won't succeed. Not if my lethal robo-scorpions have any say in the matter.
We already got one of the things out of the way. Oh. Is that all I need for explosions? Yeah, I need to get to 60 for one last quest in the Mojave. So, wow, that works out perfectly. Okay, what's the... Where's better crits? Or do I need to level up more for that? Where is it? Where is it? I'm not seeing it here, so it must be. Just can't read very well. Better criticals, there it is. Better criticals perk, you gain a 50% damage bonus every time a critical hit is stored on an opponent. Which works out great for me as someone who uses some high crit weapons. Oh jeez, that explosion spooked me. I'm such a wuss.
Eureka! Destroy this one?
Do not attempt to flee. Just
Okay.
for your being administered swiftly and fair from all criminals level.
Come on, move in range. I want to be down there where you explode. There we go. There's a good chance there's a personality chip hiding around here somewhere, so I need to look over the place. There's almost always something hidden. Yep, there it is. Light switch. Sweet. Already got one of the personality chips as well. Probably about to be more scorpions waiting for me.
Well done, Lobotomite. Soon technology will be safe.
Intruder, return what you have stolen from X2.
Whoa! Survivalist? There it is. Y12 trauma override harness. That was a meaty crit. Jeez. Is that my better crits perk kicking in? What's this? Glad to see someone save their plunger in their duffel bag. Higgs Village. Damn it. Let me over. There we go. Wait. Oh, did it reassign my quest? There we go. Wow, Higgs Village, a totally peaceful place, right? Nothing weird can happen here. Nate, I don't know if you're still lurking, but there's one more scary monster for me to fight. It's the best thing I could probably sneak crit it with. Ooh. Is it looking right at me? Oh! That was Miss Fortune. Miss Fortune. I haven't had her show up before. Gabe's Bowl. Are there any goodies in the houses? I don't think so. There might be personality chips actually, now I'm thinking about it. I guess I can at least look for those. Yep. Jukebox. I guess that makes sense. There's a lot of jukeboxes in here. This is probably Dr. 8's place. There's all this musical stuff. Or sound equipment. Bird cages. Medicine skill book. Mentets and some pretty serious technology. More Mentet. Whoa, jeez. Oh my. A lot of Mentets. Oh. Science skill book. Looks like recipes maybe to craft or give to someone to make. Gotta find all them personality chips if there are any around here. Sure, every scientist was popping Mentets. Book shoot personality chip. Ah. This is Dr. Zero's place. Robert House. That with some knives. More destroyed Securitrons. I already know what personality chip we'll probably find in here. Oh, never mind. Got an audio sample instead for the sonic emitter. You found a recalibration file for the sonic emitter. Take it to the jukebox in the sink to recalibrate it. Oh. This is Dalos' place. Oh my. Is hers the only one that doesn't have a recipe? Oh, nope, there it is. I walked right past it. The speech steelbook recipe. Get the fuck out of that one with all the mannequins. It's just creepy. And I've looped all around. Sweet. Okay. Got all the crap from Pig's Village. Don't need to come back here ever again. Probably gonna get jumped by Robo-Scorpions once we step out. Oh, no. Pretty good. Alright, I'm just gonna head over to this location.
I'll just set this on repeat while I go relieve my tank. No one will know.
Pretty sure this facility is also where I can potentially upgrade or get an upgraded version of the K9 machine gun. What the? Oh, robot dogs. Sure, another one's on the way. Oh, it's walking behind the rock. I would have killed it. Jeez. My crits are monstrous now. Whoa. The Y-17 medical facility. And there's a weird flag painted here. Wait, am I still in danger? Something was pursuing me up here. I was in danger of something. Oh, something over here. The VATS crit build is coming together nicely, I think. Now that I actually have all the right perks. Dr. Orderly MD PhD DDS, you are tough. That's not what I wanted. And that dude I killed was like a boss or unique enemy, it seems. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's right, one of these. A Vaselant Radiacilator, health regeneration and +1 endurance. It takes up a... Oh, it doesn't take up anything. I think it takes up a mass slot, actually. So it's just an extra cool little thing you can wear to get even more... Oh, that was only Mark 1, so we absolutely blasted it. Ah, dang it. I need to come back here once I get the force field frequency. I'm probably not going to be able to get the good stuff until then. Auto dock enhancement, cosmetics. Thing project auto dock. Maybe I do run over and grab the sonic emitter upgrade. Sierra Madre test case. I heard one of the execs mention that whether Sinclair knew it or not, the Sierra Madre would be a test case for the auto dock and the innovative toxins research. Maybe they were joking, but even that kind of a joke sends a chill down my spine. If I got poisoned by one of those toxins, no way would I crawl inside one of the Y-17 auto docks here if my life depended on it. The medical tech for those trauma suits alone makes me wish they'd erase their research. The suits do more thinking than the people inside them. Trauma Harness testing results. Trauma Harness has succeeded beyond our wildest expectations. The test harnesses were able to take over the motor functions of an injured subject and walk them back to home base. We'll have to see what develops once it's recorded enough neuroautomuscular movement to display a wider range of behaviors. To think, if they could be programmed to replicate a wearer's shooting or fighting reflexes, we'd have something truly amazing for the war effort. Action items. Some issues still remain to be ironed out before the Y-17 trauma harness is ready for general production. Calibrating the proper amount of injury to trigger the suit remains problematic still. The little Yangshi, I think that's how you pronounce the subjects, could hardly protest once inside the harness. If a home base is not designated, the suits enter a unpredictable wander state. And as we discover while calibrating injury levels, the suit sensors are unable to recognize when the wearer is dead. Luckily, autonomous corpse retrieval is nearly as useful as autonomous casualty recovery. That's what those suits with the skeletons we saw that I shot up outside were. The wearers are dead, but the suit just keeps functioning. And unfortunately, there's probably some goodies in there. Okay. So, I wanted to go to bed. But let's just quickly get the sonic emitter frequency so I can take down force fields.
The Cazador Preserve and the Night Stalker splicing facilities are strangely quiet. Too quiet.
Concerning. X7B Boomtown target zone. What in the world, dude? Those just spawned there. Those weren't there. Huh? How'd that thing just take no damage? Those weren't there a second ago. They spawned there just as I was lowering my guard. That's not fair.
You must be bloody stupid if you...
Okay, that's not doing a whole lot. How about this? Yeah, that did all right. Seemed once I hit a critical strike, it just exploded. EMP pulse wave module on loan. This is loaned its EM pulse wave module prototype with the sonic emitter for use in the data retrieval test. Project here. Dr. Bird is also less science-minded. Yes, we're forced to do this project due to budget cuts. No, none of the senior staff uses the bodies for anything else. Finally, in regards to the rumor that Project Terror engages in liquidation operation against non-military targets to procure research subjects, I will not dignify them with a response. Any other questions? A reminder to myself, I'll program the new residential CyberDog knowledge retrieve objects thrown by humans being for purposes of enjoyment, accidentally used an audio sample recording of its bark as an object to be fetched. The CyberDog has now become attached to the sample and displays signs of aggressive tendencies when I attempted to recover it. I have left it in the residential reconstruction area until it is needed. I believe the CyberDog has buried it. That's the thing we're looking for. Basic test. For this test, you must use any means necessary to retrieve the 3 student files from the basic security. There's received files. The facility is now ready for testing.
Attention, students. This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros. You may know me as the head chief first researcher of Labs C9 and C14. There I fought valiantly to preserve rattlesnake DNA and put it right where it belongs, in the husk of a revered predator. Oh, and the tarantula hook. Can't splice enough, I always say. Especially if you can make a magnificent cazador. Enough about me. It has come to my attention that many of you seemingly innocent children have been subverted by red propaganda. This is a most serious matter, requiring the most serious of detentions. Can you spell detention? I'll tell you how I spell it. Death tension. Commie pinko traitors. Oh! Now I will send vicious cybernetic cyborg dogs through the corridors to weed all the traitors out. They will sniff out which among you have chosen the commie path. Especially you, Betsy Bright, who turned me down to the high school dance so you could smoke with Richie Marcus. All monitors will also be vigilant. Step outside during class, and they'll make sure you make a speedy jump back to your desk. Hold your urine and wait for the proper bathroom break time.
Didn't know there'd be lobotomites in here. Just the way I came? Ah. Yeah, if I get a sneak attack crit, it's like game over for whatever I'm shooting at. Really wish the weapon wheel could have more weapons bound to it. I clearly don't have enough.
Down at the end of the hall is ball storage for jocks who like balls. Like Richie Marcus. Did you hear me, Betsy? Richie likes balls.
Richie likes balls. Oh, more doggies spawned.
You got to the residential test. This is really Boros, by the way. Hello again. None of us thought you would get this far.
We found another unfortunate occurrence while attempting to destroy Mr. Harris's trauma harness. The disaster control team member carrying the gun slipped and fell, dropping the weapon unarmed. The team had to flee and seal off the lab. Unfortunately, your K9000 Cyberdog gun prototype was sealed inside X12. Okay. So X12 is where the unique weapon is. Very cool. This is where that Protectron is.
The residential test. Wasn't that shut down for some reason? Oh, yes! My pet, Gabe! I'd forgotten about the old boy and the countless experiments I'd done with his. Gabe? Gabe! You're about to have your favorite treat. A visitor. Won't that be nice? Don't eat. Visitor boy. Don't, please. Gabe would bark and snarl and bite whenever anyone came to visit. That's why I replaced his legs with spare parts and fed him a steady diet of psycho-laced dog chow.
Any goodies hiding around here? Or is this just the way out? Whoops, I did not want to grab that.
I am sorry I took your brain and soul. Who's a good boy? You are.
That'll be a personality. Yep, right here. Dog and lobotomized splicing experiment holotape. I'm just gonna bind to this somewhat for now. Things get real dicey. I'll just have to manually pull out the bows. Oh, come on.
Let the ultrasonic emitter schematics. Klein, right, boy? Let the intruder dig it up wherever you buried it. No! His Cyberdog atomic core! It's active! That means an exceedingly imprecise countdown to critical failure in 10.
Boros, why the hell did you install an atomic core? It'll blow when you reach 1, right?
9. All
Oh.
will be fine.
7.
The eye of Mobius sees you.
Measured in clicks.
5 by 5.
How do I get out of here?
Some of them coming in line.
The eye of Mobius sees you. Destroy this one, I'll make more. Stop that! You'll damage the...
Oh, I hear another one. Also, just realized they test dogs at the canines at X8. Wait, maybe that's not intentional. Whatever. For some reason I was thinking it was the K8 industry.
Prepare to be attacked by Dr. Mobius.
These things are so annoying.
Stop that! You'll damage the hull. Stop that! You'll damage the hull.
Fuck off. These things are annoying to deal damage to. What? Yep, I just gotta shoot until I get a crit. What am I? Which of these weapons are a crit? I don't think Survivalist is. Yeah, I guess Ranger Sequoia or Light in the Dark are my best bet. Okay, but let's run more tests. We'll finish running tests here, and then we'll call that for the night. Advanced test. For this test, you must retrieve any means necessary.
Attention, students. This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros.
Here we go. Now we can disable force fields. Sorry, dog. I didn't mean to ignore you. I was just testing things. Excuse me. Okay, then actually I'll hit up the medical facility after this and blast open that force field. Probably be more lobotomites in here.
Today, the cafeteria will be serving nothing. Because I didn't build one. No cafeteria, no bathrooms, no swirlies, no chocolate pudding left in the chairs or brilliant minds. What are you going to do now, Richie Marcus?
Poor guy. Sounds like he was. I think he might have been bullied a little bit. You know, something's giving me that feeling. This is a little bit more effective.
School is a sacred trust. Even though I am a long ago graduate of this hated facility, now I see worth and see it was corrupted by fraternities and girls. Yuck.
Move along, please. Eliminated.
It's this way out, yeah? Oh, this is to get whatever we just did. We're considering, let's see, find the key to the X8 kennels. Oh. Already been here. Yeah, I'll have to find that later. That's okay though. Now I'll just probably gonna get jumps. Wait, what's happening over here? Oh. I know what happens here. Let's enjoy some science, why don't we? Splicing facility. Biomechanical splicing rules. I know we're not gonna look at that. Lobotomite and a dog and a robot.
Who am I? I feel different, awake, alive for the first time ever. What is this strange new world around me? What does it hold in store for a dreamer such as myself? No!
No! There's splicing area. I don't think we learned enough from that first experiment. Let's try it again.
What? I feel like this has happened before. Yet I feel awake for the first time. What is going on? What is this strange new world around me? What does it hold in store for a dreamer such as myself? No!
Alright, let's try this other splice we got, where it's like lobotomite and dog. Lobotomite and dog. Incredible. Truly a wonder. Anything cool down here? Surely there's a module or something. Some goodie hiding. Eh, probably not. Alright. We're gonna go blast that force field, the medical place we just saw, and then we're gonna end stream. Oh, there's so many of you.
My minion, sting them in their finding the cyber dogs of X8 makes you brave. It is no use.
You poor creature.
Dogs are under my command. Fight you.
All I can really do is spam shots and wait for a crit to happen. Stop running. Why are you running? Jeez.
X8 and X13 and X2 are your destination. Non-lobotomite, can you hear us? You must hurry.
Patient log Y17.
This is Christine Royce, Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel, the Circle. Not going to make it through this. Hope someone finds this message. Gets it to the Brotherhood in the West. Tracked a rogue Brotherhood elder, Elijah, here to the Big Empty. Place is more than it seems. There's a crater hidden deep inside. Junkyard of pre-war labs scattered across the crater's surface, all still running, like this one. Elijah's dissecting these centers, one by one. Tracked him to an old Chinese-American internment camp. Survivors, ghouls, have bomb collars. Robots moved in when I tried to intercept him. Elijah sent the camp ghouls against us both, like walking bombs. Got hit by the explosions. Woke up here. Guess the medical robots were programmed to bring wounded victims from the camp to the center.
Get me.
Some
Oh,
kind of
get your head blown off.
prototype lab, manned by corpses trapped inside suits that keep them moving.
Here's your rewards.
Not sure how last. Cut open my head like
Gosh.
a lot of the humans I've seen here. Feel strange. Can talk, but can't hack the term. Wait, an explosion outside. Someone's here. Someone...
Should I gave my heart such a jump, dude. Now I'm wide awake. Oh, my lord. Let me just go back to the sink and turn in my shit. Oh my gosh.
Might Sir
Well, how about that? Old Autodoc's back online. Well, all right. Come here. Let's have a look at you.
Still don't want to hold the head. You perform a psychiatric evaluation.
Concerned about the state of your mind, are you? Well, such things ain't my specialty, but I'm happy to tender my opinion as to your mental health. I should make you aware that the benefits of such a procedure are exclusive. That is, this only works once. Now, are you sure this is what you want? Well,
it sounds like
an
that's...
aperitif to balm the weariness of Sir's manifold journey. Might I be of service?
I got one of the light switches and the jukebox. Oh, and the book chute.
Good day, citizen. Library Processing Unit 232.7 is online and ready to eradicate sedition.
Eradicate sedition?
Of course, citizen. That's my duty and sole joy in life. All those books from before the war, full of seditious, treasonous, complicated thoughts. Just dump them in and lickety-split. I'll have them pulped, scrubbed clean, and pressed out again clean and white and sedition-free.
Can you do anything besides processing books?
What good is eradicating sedition if the malcontents have ready access to the means to make more, citizen? I could also process pencils and clipboards. Wait a moment. Pencil processors offline? Pencil processors offline? Apologies, citizen. It seems traitors have absconded with that module. If you can find a backup copy of the module, I will happily eradicate your ability to create seditious literature.
What's the point of blank books?
Blank books are better for the mind, citizen. Real science by real men in lab coats has proved that introducing outside thoughts confuses the brain. Blank books encourage the reader not to question, but to blindly and zealously accept what's put in front of him. Also, I suppose you could use them to keep a journal.
Well, those books are our last legacy of the time before. You can't destroy them.
Citizen, that sounds dangerously seditious. If my re-indoctrination module was installed, I'd take care of that for you. Sadly, that system was cut for budget concerns, so you'll have to perform your own indoctrination. Now, to begin with, you'll need a cage that can fit over your head and a sack of mole rats. Stay loyal, citizen.
Sweet.
Ooh, yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online.
What's your purpose here?
Dig, I'm an acoustical wizard, kid. Old Doc Mo used me to prototype his sonic weapon designs. Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo.
Can you do anything like that for me?
Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you? Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want.
Found a Soundwave file for you.
Right on, Daddy-o. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
Gabriel Bark available. Tarantula available. You play music.
Used to. Long time ago. Then old Doc Mo ripped out my music drives and stuck in more acoustical processors. Guess you could say I got the blues, even if I can't play them no more. Catch you later, Gator.
Oh my! Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
Lady Killer. It's not often I meet a light switch with brains and beauty. I think I'm going to like it here.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you. Maybe one of these nights we can discuss theorems.
I'd enjoy that.
Me too. Hope you can keep up. I work pretty fast. Here, something for you to brush up on.
Sweet. Hitting on a light switch. What function do you serve?
Dr. Mobius and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition.
What were the results?
We observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increased cognitive function and reasoning ability. Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it.
Can you turn on the lights for me?
As much as I'd love to, I'm afraid not. The data from that study has gone missing. You'll have to find a backup if you want to use the smart lights. Certainly. I'm looking forward to it.
And there's even more personalities to find. Oh. This is your heart. Apparently, cranial surgery complications require its removal. Here is your spine. Brainstem to snap it onto. Here it floats. All right. What? This thing's already damaged? Damn. Probably gotta find myself something. You wear the... Oh, you can wear it over power armor helmet? Hello. Sweet. Oh, shit. Stupid stink. Scared the hell out of me. Why is that so loud? There's a him. One of y'all is way too loud. Who gives me any better stats? This is survival. Well, technically, if I wore this. I should probably wear this, as much as I like my hat. For crit chance purposes. It seems like crits are going to be my big reliant for killing the Robo-Scorpions. Well, I guess I should probably just use this against them. I'm going to be needing this a lot. I should probably just bind it. But okay. We'll call it here for the night. Definitely went longer than anticipated, as usual, because not my fault. Game's fun. Golly, I'm tired. Okay. Take care and have a good night.